Okay, now let's see this question. This question came in GATE 2012 for 2 marks. The question is, let G be a complete undirected graph on 6 vertices. If vertices of G are labeled, then the number of distinct cycles of length 4 in G is what? So, you are given a complete graph with 6 vertices. So, let's say these are the 6 vertices, and now we have to create a complete graph. So something like this. Each one of the vertices is going to be connected to rest of the vertices. Okay, so you can visualize something like, so every vertex is connected to rest of the vertices. This vertex is also connected to everything. So this is a complete graph. Now they're saying that the vertices of G are labeled, which means that we have to label it something like A, B, C, D, E and F, something like this. Okay, next they are saying that what is the number of distinct cycles of length 4, and now understand what do they mean by that. That we can create a lot, we can create like cycles of 3, cycles of 4, something like that, right? So they're now talking about cycle. So let's understand it by what do they mean by a cycle. So if we consider A, B, F, then this is a cycle, right? So similarly, but this is a cycle of length 3 because there are 3 vertices in that cycle. Similarly, F, A, E, this is cycle of length 3, obviously. They are talking about cycles of length 4. So a particular setting will be something like, okay, so there are other nodes also here, so you can understand it something like this. So obviously I have missed some of them, so something like this I have missed, this I have missed, but the point is that everything has to be complete. Okay, so this is a complete one. So the point is that when we are talking about 4 cycles, so it will be something like A, B, E, F. Okay, this is a cycle, right? And if you choose any of the 4 vertices, it will be a 4 cycle, right? So let's pick A, B, C, D. Then A, B, C, D, it is also a cycle. So any 4 vertices we will pick, then it will be a cycle because the graph is complete, right? So from any node we can go to any, from any node we can go to any node, and that will obviously create a path, and then we will able to round it up, and then we will get a cycle. The point is they're asking us how many different distinct cycles of length 4 is possible. So as I was mentioning earlier, that one of the cycles is, let's say, A, B, E, F, something like this. Okay, this is one cycle. Another cycle can be A, B, D, E, or something like that. So as we discussed, in how many ways we can do that. So first of all, we will try to see that in out of 6 labeled vertices, in how many ways we can pick 4 of them. That is 6C4. 6 choose 4. So in 6 choose 4 ways, I can pick 4 vertices. Now in how many ways I can create a cycle, distinct cycle out of these 4 vertices. So in this case, you can see that, okay, so let's try to plot it something like that. So let's say A, B and E and F. Okay, so one thing which we had drawn here, it was something like A, B, E and F. Okay, so this is similar to this, but my point of drawing this separately is that there can be other ways also. So let's we are picking the same 4, A, B, E, F. Okay, so we are picking the same vertices, but it can be something like this also, that A, E, F, B and this is also a cycle, right? So A to E to F to B to A, that is also a cycle. So there can be different ways with the same set of chosen 4 vertices also. Okay, but how many ways we can do this? Now you can understand that you can compare it with something like in permutation combination you might have okay, seen that, okay, there is a circle and let's say there are 4 slots. Okay, then in how many ways people can sit around a circle. So like for example, here you can say that, okay, this situation is something like A, then B, then E, then F. Okay, in the same fashion you can say that this the second cycle which we got, it is equivalent to, okay, so A is going to E is going to F is going to B, going to F is going to B. Okay, this is another setting. So 4 people, in how many ways they can sit on a circle? So that you might be knowing, it is for n it is n minus 1 factorial, so it for 4 it is 4 minus 1 factorial, so 3 factorial. So you might guess that the answer is going to be 6c4 into 3 factorial. Okay, and it turns out that it is going to be 6c4 is simply 6c2 into 3 factorial, and then it is 6 into 5 30 by 2, which is 15 into 6, which is 90. Okay, however, and that is one of the options. However, this answer is wrong actually, and the correct answer is none of them. So basically in this year the question setter has committed a mistake, and the answer is not 90, rather the answer is 45, and that 45 is not in any of the options. So basically they would have awarded marks to all for this question in that particular year. Why? Because we have done a particular mistake here. When we were trying to figure out, count the number of ways, we actually related it with the situation of people sitting around a table. The more appropriate correlation would have been for people, for different strings, for different beads which are around a necklace, something like this. So you can see that if A, B, C and D, if this is a necklace, these are, let's say A is a bead or pearl, B is a pearl, C is a pearl, D is a pearl, and we are trying to create a necklace out of A, B, C, D, then you know that in case of necklace, it doesn't matter, the order does not matter. Why? Because see, if you simply flip this like 180 degree, something like this, then this will, and if you say, if you now you are looking from this side, now let's say you are looking from this side, what is going to happen, that if you are seeing A, B, C, D in this manner, then basically if even if you flip it, then it becomes A, B, sorry, A, D, C and B. My point is that on flipping it remains same. So it is, and both are exactly the same necklace, which means that we are counting two different cases. We are counting the same case as two different in two different ways. So basically the number which we got n minus 1 factorial in case of sitting around the table, for a necklace this number is actually 4 minus 1 factorial, n minus 1 factorial divided by 2. Okay, so we are counting everything twice. That's why everywhere in our analysis, wherever we have done 3 factorial, the correct answer is going to be 3 factorial divided by 2. Here divided by 2, here divided by 2. So actually the answer is going to be not 90, the answer is going to be 15, okay, and it is going to be 3. So the answer is going to be 45. The correct answer is 45, and that is not in any of the options. That's why the marks would have been awarded to all of them. Okay, so the correct answer is 45.